Introspection is the practice of mentally looking inward and examining one's own thoughts, emotions, values, desires, and character. This work investigates how AI tools could open new possibilities for supporting introspective experiences. In order to investigate this space, we created 4 video scenarios of specific introspective AI services, created a fictional company to contextualize these products, and most importantly, used those materials as prompts for discussion with 17 participants. Introspection is the process of challenging personal cognitive biases and asking questions about what has been achieved and what someone wants in the future. So it differs from solely reflecting or recollecting memories. As humans, we also construct our sense of self through an ongoing relational engagement with the things that surround us. But the things around us are changing. Technological things progressively learn from and adapt their design based on interactions with us and conversely change the fabric of this world by acting on it in ways that are not merely determined by only us anymore. Today, our life experiences are captured through explicit and implicit forms of personal data on a greater scale than ever before. Here, AI offers intriguing possibilities for surfacing, exploring, and engaging with patterns in and across personal data records. More in-depth described in our paper, but we build on and are inspired by work in the fields of explainable AI, interactive machine learning, teaching and training personalized models, and a growing body of work that explores AI as a co-performer, as well as research around uncertainty and unpredictability as a design quality. With this project, we frame introspective AI as a mediator and translator of vast, rich personal data records that prompt and inspire moments of contemplation and introspection. This work also aims to speculate on future forms of personal data mining where deeper layers of data extraction exist, and the process of quantification that is reaching more and more into the human, affective, cognitive, and physical worlds. First, we designed the fictional company Meta.Aware to contextualize each design proposal and to offer a cohesive narrative to help participants suspend disbelief.
The act of living is also an act of data generation. Data that paints an ever more accurate portrait of us. Data that is bought and sold for corporate gain. We were sick of seeing our data being used against us. Meta.Aware harnesses the power of artificial intelligence to leverage your personal data, to empower you to develop your own practices and rituals for introspection.
The first service is MindProbes.
MindProbe prompts are questions linked to specific sensory modalities. It prompts her to use the audio sensor to capture the sounds that she associates with melancholy. When enough data is collected, the MindProbe's application synthesizes a soundscape from the recorded sounds.
Vision Shrine.
The Meta.Aware Vision Shrine is a digital canvas that playfully illustrates your goals with data collages. Alison is preparing for sleep. The Vision Shrine on her bedside table asks, "What are you excited to learn?"
I really want to get back into painting again. I mean, I have all the materials and there's really no excuse not to be doing it.
As Alison sleeps, the Vision Shrine changes to reflect her new input. She wakes up to see a Max Ernst painting is now included on her canvas.
Hello Cyberself.
In the Hello Cyberself app, you interact with this digital manifestation of yourself. It's a conversational window into the assumptions that the Meta.Aware model has made about you. Hello Cyberself speaks in your voice. It makes statements as you.
I get so passionate about things that I can't hide it from anyone, but I never follow through because I'm scared of failure.
Alison takes a moment to reflect on the statement. The prompt disappears to reveal the layer of inferences and data which informed the original statement. Alison sees the collection of data from her recent foray into painting, the voice analysis of how she speaks about her art with friends, the month of July in which she watched 48 hours of surrealist content, and the 32 days that painting was prioritized on the Vision Shrine. In the first moments of wakefulness, while fragments of dreams are still vivid, Dreamstream prompts you to journal what you remember. Alison wakes up. She reaches up over her bed and pulls down the dream stream. She describes her dream from the night before. The service interprets the dream journal and sleep data to build abstract audiovisual manifestations of your dreams. Subconscious thoughts are brought in front of the conscious mind.
Finally, we used those video materials in an association study with 17 participants that had prior experience with practicing introspection, some of which we will present today. People saw the interaction with these services as a form of continuous co-creation of introspective resources with an AI agent. People valued new perspectives that are introduced, yet tensions arise in how these perspectives were presented. And they appreciated the physical devices in contrast to smartphone apps, as well as the temporal connections across data and the new rituals that might emerge from this practice. Now we want to dive a bit deeper into some of these subpoints and implications they propose. Participant 7 valued how Hello Cyber Self offered a view under the hood that enabled the user to correct its data points. Anytime the agency is back on a person to work with the data, that ability to disturb or to reprioritize or to rethink and change your mind, those are moments that I like within the context of building relations between your AI and yourself. Interestingly, participant 1 desired to creatively manipulate the model's parameters to see how certain results would change. For example, they speculated on an idea of a slider that lets user adjust the level of boldness in which those assertions would be presented, and a desire to experience a sequence of prompts based on those adjustments and then set the slider to another extreme to revisit the whole sequence, hopefully picking up new insights through this process. So these findings show a desire to tweak and exaggerate parameters to better understand who they are in relation to the more magnified views that an AI model might show. That means many participants valued the creative potential of tweaking values more than aligning with an AI. For participants, it was highly desired that an introspective AI model would reveal patterns and introduce new perspectives in their lives. However, it was perceived as unacceptable to be told what those patterns might mean. A majority of participants valued data representations that move beyond ways of rational self-analysis, as they seem to be unsatisfied with the current reflective practices in personal data. Design proposals that produced resources that leverage data in abstract ways were better received across the board. The notion of getting a weird, hard-to-interpret output from a weird and hard-to-interpret and ephemeral process like dreaming is a very fun way of remembering to be thoughtful. Here the implications are adopting explanation strategies that make space for users to interpret, analyze, and conclude what is laid out before them on their own terms, and embrace abstract, mystical, and irrational representations of data. It doesn't need to make sense for it to be of value of introspection. That's pretty much everything and wraps up the presentation. Thank you.